And tonight we continue our preview of the race for Philadelphia District Attorney. Anchor Jason Martinez sits down with DA Larry Krasner to talk about his first 4 years in office and his plans for a second term.
You're a politician who has done what he has promised, which is rare.
It's also dangerous.
But, well,
people get mad.
I know that, and that's what I was going to say. If you ask somebody to name the top 5 most progressive DAs in this country, your name is going to come up. Do you see that? Do you see that as a point of pride?
I am very proud to be a part of that movement and to be able to, as a lawyer, to be a technician for a movement, because that's what lawyers are.
You have any political aspirations beyond this?
Hell no.
Homicides, shootings among young African Americans in this city, is that the main issue facing this city?
We're in a terrible phase right now, just like the rest of the country is. But I think we're starting to see results right now. I think it is vindicating what criminologists have said, which is that this is related specifically to the pandemic, and now we got to get really smart.
Do you feel that the young kids of this city who are committing these crimes, I say kids, I mean teenagers, 15, 16 years old, do they feel there are not consequences and therefore they walk around lawlessly without fear of consequences?
No, I don't agree with the notion that there's a whole bunch of people running around thinking that there are no consequences. I just want to make sure that those consequences are swift and certain and that they are just and they're appropriate.
When you see the numbers, do you look in the mirror? Do you say, what could I do differently to change this city? Do you bear any responsibility for the numbers?
So I do look in the mirror, and I say that all the time. And do I bear responsibility? Yes, we all do. All of us. Every elected official, every person in law enforcement, and frankly, every Philadelphian bears some level of responsibility because we all want something better. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We want something better.
How do you describe your relationship with police, with rank and file cops in this city?
I think it's pretty good and improving. They're not all with us, they're not all against us, but on a daily basis I run into rank and file officers and brass who I think understand exactly what we're trying to do.
How's your relationship with Commissioner Outlaw?
My relationship with Commissioner Outlaw is pretty good. We have a very cordial relationship. I believe we agree on about 90% of what needs to be done. And I felt the same way about Richard Ross before her.
The FOP Lodge 5 have made it clear, and there's no love lost between there. They parked their truck out here during the primary. And
the Mr. Softy truck.
Yes.
No, they've made it clear, and I get it. They've made a number of things clear. They love Donald Trump. I do not. They've made it clear they're Republicans. I am not.
Another issue that you faced in the first 4 years was the perceived hypocrisy that you would prosecute officers, prosecute cops, but not prosecute rioters and looters.
It's not factual. Help me here. If we prosecuted hundreds of people who engage in that kind of conduct, and we're still prosecuting them, and we've prosecuted a few police officers, where's the inequity?
You made preventing mass incarceration probably your paramount issue.
There is no justice when you lose a loved one, and then the person who killed your loved one gets 1 million years in jail. That is not justice. Justice is you never lost your loved one, because it never got that far.
Why won't you debate Chuck Peruto?
I have debated Chuck Peruto. He was in several different forums during the primary. He said remarkable things, and I will leave it to anyone who wants to check on them to check on them. And, you know, as I said, when we won with 2/3 of the vote and 85% of the vote in the areas most affected by gun violence, second term starts now. You know, I can spend my time doing that, or I can do what I'm supposed to be doing.
Our Jason Martinez also sat down with Krasner's challenger, Republican Chuck Peruto. That interview aired last night on Fox 29, and you can watch it at fox29.com. Again, Election Day is this Tuesday, November 2nd, so be sure to get out and vote.